Hey friends, welcome back to my studio. I'm gonna paint pink lilies. Look at this, aren't these pretty? I took this photo. Isn't that fun? I cropped in on it. Oops, went the wrong way. So we're gonna have one big lily. And it's just so pretty. I'm gonna paint it on a 10-inch by 10-inch canvas from Michaels. It's 1.5 inches thick. So what I do with these is I mist them with a little bit of water and I dry them with a hair dryer to tighten them up. I'll link how I do that. I'll link that video in this video's description. So I'd like to buy the 1.5 inch thick ones because a thinner frame can warp more easily because sometimes you have to mist it a couple times and dry it a couple times. I did put clear gesso on it just to make it feel a little thicker and stiffer too, a little stronger. I'm going to use Liquitex paints. I always use Liquitex paints. And I'm going to use my primaries. So Phthalo blue green shade, Quinacridone magenta, cad yellow medium hue, so that's red, yellow, and blue, titanium white, and Mars black. Okay guys, let's have some fun. I wanted to pop in, and it probably hasn't been very long at all in the time lapse, for two reasons. One, I'm kind of thinking warmer up over here, like the sun's coming from the top left, which it is in the photo. Did the hand motion help? Just a little bit like it's warmer up here, cooler down here. I mixed some purple. I really could just use some black and kind of put a little bit of an anchor in here. I don't know if I need to. And then I wanted to say that sometimes you need, or for all this, I had to come back in. Well, had to. It's not a big deal. I'm just gonna grab a little paint right now because I see one. So I get little bits of the canvas coming through. And I'll show you what I mean because I've got quite a few right here. But there's going to be a flower and stuff there. Okay, so I don't know if you can see it. I can't really see we'll just try it. I can't really even see my phone. So right here, there's little white bits coming through. So I can get a little closer right there. If you can't see it, it's okay. But I like to go back and put even another layer on to make sure I've got good coverage. So that's why my background changes sometimes. It's not that I don't like it necessarily. I just want to make sure I'm pushing paint down into the texture of the canvas. I do kind of like, as long as we're playing here for a second, I'm going to take a little white, a little phthalo blue, a little yellow. Not with a question mark, a little yellow. I don't know if that'll show in the final painting, but I kind of like a little bit of aqua. I can come back and put those things in too after I get the flower on and see what I like. Okay, I'm gonna let this dry. I'm gonna go have some dinner and then I live stream on Wednesday nights. We're gonna get ready for the live. So I'll be back tomorrow. Okay, let's chat for a bit. So you can see how the background is not quite, but kind of mimicking the star of the show, which is this big pink lily. I'm working back to front for the most part. So the green leaves are behind the pink lily. I've got some highlights because I like the highlight on the photo. Oh, I did trace the photo for speed. It would be pretty easy to draw. I like this highlight here. It's not exact. I do have the stem in there. I like that. I mixed up a bunch of green. Let's stick this back up here. So a lot of yellow, a little phthalo blue green shade, and some black. And it's warmer and greener than most of the background. I'm using a 3/4 inch flat brush to paint most of the leaves. And then occasionally I just grab this little 2/0 round brush from US Art Supply. Just like for getting in little shapes. And then these leaves are water and my green puddle and just kind of stroking them in. Keeping it simple, sometimes adding a little subtle highlight. I might add more. I'll know better after I get more done. I think I will put, now here, let's go here. Let's go here first. I am painting the leaves off onto the side, but I don't know if you can even see that. They're really soft, not much of a value change. I may brighten them up, as I mentioned just a minute ago. Okay, I think next, or maybe we'll just do it in real time. So everything goes this way in my photo. You can kind of see my photo over there. Pretty much, not everything. And I could do that, just kind of have everything go like that. But I'm thinking just to kind of point back this way, I might put a bud. They're kind of long, oval shaped. I might just do that. I can't really see what they look like. I could Google it, but I think we can also just kind of get away with a stem. Just to kind of have something go that direction. And to also maybe fill up this area a little bit. I think I'm gonna paint a leaf, even a bigger leaf than I see. That's where I like having a reference photo, but you don't have to follow it. You can kind of do what you want to do. I might have like a leaf kind of going there. Oh, now I kind of want one going this way. I don't know if I need it though. I'm just building it up and seeing what I think. Putting in this highlight because I like it. So it'll help me make other decisions. And hopefully some of those comments help. Okay guys, I'll be back in a bit. Hey, I wanted to pop in. So my Quinacridone Magenta, can you see that little box has a diagonal, it's half full on the diagonal? That means it's semi-transparent. And if you use it thin with water, it's gonna be more transparent, or if you put some matte medium in it or other medium in it. And so what I've done is painted some of the highlights on the photo. Sort of well, I guess it is an underpainting. I was gonna say sort of. So there's like this heart shape. And so I've got it could be brighter, but I've got a heart shape there. I ended up painting some green in to paint this shadow shape a little bit more accurately. There really isn't a highlight up here, but I kind of like that. We'll see where we go with it. Okay, so I wanted to talk about transparency. Sometimes it frustrates painters, and I get that because you don't get much coverage. But I'm really able to control the values, and I like the drama. I like color and drama. And so that's where the transparency and the thin paint can really help. So for now I'm just using some straight up quinacridone, a little bit of water, the same 3/4 inch flat brush. Oh, I don't think I said it's from Royal. Oh, it's all worn off. It's from Royal and Langnickel. It came in a pack of about 5. It's quite thin, not very many bristles. I like that, but sometimes people don't, and they want like a thicker brush. So this is Royal and Langnickel, but they're Zen line. This is a 3/4 inch flat. Let's see if you can see the difference in the thickness here. Oh, and I've got a cat hair. Sorry, guys. Yeah, you can see that this one's thicker, which will hold more paint, which can be good. It's just whatever you happen to like in the moment, or, you know, there isn't a wrong. Just pointing it out. Okay, so when I come over, since I've got the orange underneath it, that's gonna be a little lighter. And then here I can just paint over that highlight. I can put it back in. That's gonna be much brighter and pinker because I just have the white underneath there. And then I already painted it, but when you just paint the magenta directly onto the canvas, here, let's do that down here. My green dark background, here's some orange, let's do it here. See how dark it is back here? Just kind of, well, I don't know why I say kinda. I'm setting myself up with the values. And I can just paint the same amount of magenta over all of it, which I think is really cool. And you don't have to paint this way. But I think it can. So for me, it's easier because I'm mapping out where where I think I want the highlights, based on my photo too. That helps me. And then I can keep playing with it as I go. I hope that makes sense. Now I'm getting a light streak there from the background, but I don't know if I mind it yet. I'm just, I'm building up. Just like I built up the leaves, these they're just one layer. This one has maybe 2 layers plus the highlight. Kind of build it up. It can maybe take a little of the stress off of painting because I can still adjust from here. But I'm finding the edges, so to speak, of my puzzle and the corners and finding different colors that go together and shapes and build, just like you would with a puzzle, and building it from there. Hopefully that makes sense, because when I'm painting and talking, I don't know if I always make sense. And I've got to, I don't know, that's not all that far off from my reference photo. Warming it up like that. And I may come back and play with it. Here, let's put, so this one's really dark, but another coat of the magenta. Because I think it's too dark. But that's okay. We'll just put another coat on. I am painting around, I think you call these stamen. Just because I want to kind of remember where I wanted them. So there I'm painting around the top. It's okay if I lose the stems. I can connect it. But I think that's so pretty. Look at the warm glow I'm getting. I'm not sure I'm happy with it yet. But I think that's really pretty when you paint underneath it. Also, you'd want to paint underneath it, like say if I was painting, I don't have any examples because all my paintings are packed up for my show that I'm gonna hang in about a week. So like if you want a really strong pink color, well here, you can kind of see it here. Paint white underneath it so you can get it, so the background doesn't come through. Oh, hang on a second, I'll paint it and then I'll pull it up here so you can see it better. So there I get the actual magenta color. Here I have the background coming through so it's dark. So the background does a lot of work for me as far as the shading. Okay, hopefully that wasn't too much explanation because that can be confusing too. I do think brush stroke direction, in that there's not a lot of lines in that lily, but oh, I'm gonna grab that little brush just so I don't forget there's a little stamen thing right there. I'm gonna put brown in it to help remind me of what that is. Because I can really get focused on one thing and forget what I'm doing. Okay, I think hopefully that helps a little bit. Oh, here, maybe you want to see the leaf up close. Isn't that fun? It's dappled. Is that how you say it? Dappled light. I think that's really neat. That's really fun to paint. So like the highlight on the leaf. Oh, you probably can't see that very well. I've already talked about it. I changed the shape a little bit, but you get the idea. And we don't know exactly. With Dappled Light, you don't have to get it exact. Can if you want to. Just like a pet portrait. You just need to get the shape right and a lot of the strong features correct so they know it's their pet. Kind of the same here. I've got the star shape of the lily, you know, some of the curl going, that sort of thing, so you know it's a lily already. Okay, guys, that was a lot of comments. I'll be back in a bit. Okay, I've been working on this for 4 hours. Leaves, petals. It's getting juicier. I'm bringing up the values. I have it darker down in here than the reference photo, but I might like it. I'm off, so like my shoulder kind of lines up with this, this jar of water. And then my phone's more centered, even though it doesn't look like it probably on the video, but a little bit off to the left. The right side of my phone is centered with the painting. And so I'm saying that because I've been working on it for a long time. I need to just stop, come back and look at it with fresher eyes tomorrow. I am liking it. I'm loving some of the peachy pinks. I could, I kind of darken, lighten some areas, just playing with it. I added, so this, when I first put a little magenta glaze right over that, I thought, oh wow, that's too much. But now that I have so much here, I added more to it. I'm also thinking, I don't know if I'll do it because when I come back, I change my mind, but maybe some, I'm pretty much using this brush for the whole painting. Some bigger aqua shapes or scribbles or something. I don't know, not scribbles. Maybe just kind of glaze and then see what I think of it. Here, we'll just do it with water. Something like that maybe, and then maybe like a little something like that. We'll see. Okay, guys, I want to pop in and let you know I can't talk because I've been painting too long. Let you know it's been about 4 hours. I'm really liking the values in the Dappled Light, and I'll be back tomorrow. Okay, I'm calling it done. I really like it. I did lighten the leaves, played with the values a little bit. I think I ended up lightening it, darkening it, changing the shape a couple times. Let's see. Put a little bit of yellow glaze right there, a little bit right there. What else? Oh, so when I took a photo of this and looked at it on my phone, I was really seeing the shapes more in this painting. Excuse me. Meaning like this is like it's a heart shape. That's a highlight. So I'm looking for something to point with. Right there. And then I've got it right there. I think I'll point with something else. That's a charcoal pencil. So sorry guys, I haven't talked today. So I took my 3/4 inch flat brush, took the phthalo blue-green shade, added some yellow and some white, made a teal color. Used a little matte medium. You could use water. Just because I wanted to sneak up on the teal, I didn't want it too bright. And put in teal strokes and then a teal square, kind of a teal square, a rectangle, and a dot. I did carry it. Can I get that in there? Oh, I don't know if you can see it. I carried the teal over there, and then there's like a little rectangle there. Here, you can maybe see this one. There's kind of a smudgy rectangle on this side, just because that's fun. I really like that. I like that I had a bunch of little strokes in the background, and so this square really pushes back the subtle strokes in the background. Same with these stripes. It kind of makes it more graphic because this is pretty dramatic and graphic with the different shapes. I think that's about all I need to... I did paint a little bit with this 1/4 inch flat brush. It's a craft brush, just because it was clean. Really didn't need to. I pretty much painted the whole painting. I think the background I used a bigger brush, but with these two brushes. Okay, I think we'll just do a tour. I like, of course, when you have a dark background, you tend to just almost automatically get a more dramatic painting, which is really fun. I think that maybe my favorite part is this leaf. Okay, let's do I did lighten those petals some because when I had the lights off and I walked into my studio, it just looked a little too dark. It doesn't look dark when I have my lights on, too dark. There's not a lot to that leaf. It's just a couple of values and brush strokes. Let's see, I've been working on it about 2 hours tonight. Little fussy stuff. Oh, there's the stamen. Trying to decide. I did lighten this petal quite a few times. It's subtle, but I kept kind of bringing it up. It is quite dark in the reference photo. There's a square. But it's almost like a sunstreak with the teal coming in, the stripes. These guys. Okay, that was a lot of fun. Let me know if you've painted lilies, like painting lilies. Maybe we'll do some more. It's so fun. It is so fun to hang out with you guys. Thank you. I super appreciate it. I super appreciate all the support. Great big happy art hugs, and I hope to chat with you soon. Bye guys.